Welcome to Planet Ice Widnes for this live stream of Widnes Wild versus Billingham Stars. And Ben, it's been a long time. I had a week off. I've enjoyed my week off.
I'm glad some of us have. Some of us were busy putting out the Drop the Puck highlight show, which is obviously available on YouTube.
I like the way you did that then. It's very clever.
It was 5 games this week. It was well worth it.
Almost like you've done it before.
I know, yeah.
Anyway, back to today. Really interesting game we've got on our hands here. Billingham Stars are the visitors to Widnes. And of course, Billingham have been coming into this off the back of a 5-2 win last night at the hands of
the Blackburn Hawks, yeah.
Blackburn Hawks finding it tough in this league already. And of course, Widnes Wild, reverse fixture for them. They were away at Solway, and unfortunately they were on the receiving end of a 5-2 defeat. So they're coming in off the back of a defeat.
Yeah.
They need to try and pick themselves up a little bit, because as it stands, Billingham currently in third place in the table with 10 points. Widnes 2 places below them with 6.
Billingham the game in hand though.
Well, yeah, Billingham have played a game more, that's right. So Widnes have got a game in hand, but they need to win these kind of games.
They do, and you mentioned the results last night. Billingham looking comfortable at home against the Hawks. The Hawks are a side that are still almost struggling to settle into this season, I feel. A little bit of a shake-up off-season when some of those players that they'd had the season before left and went back to D-side. And, they've got a good core of guys there, but there's just something that's not quite clicking for Blackburn, unfortunately. They're putting on a good performance, they're just not coming away with the win. On the other hand, the 5-2 scoreline, dare I say, flatters the Solway a little bit. I know if Andy's going to watch this, I'm sorry, mate. But no, ultimately 5-2 last night up at the Dumfries Ice Bowl, and by all accounts, the performance that was put on does not reflect the scoreline. So, a solid 100% effort by the Wild for 60 minutes is what all the fans are saying, all the coaches are saying, all the players are saying. Did they burn out too much, though? That's the big thing, because we know Billingham like to capitalise on mistakes.
Well, of course, the Barons are sitting just above the Wild, between the Wild and the Stars on 8 points. And of course, they've got that little lead package, as we always see every year. See a couple of the leaders starting to edge away. What Billingham can't afford to do is lose today. Otherwise, that gap going to start opening up a little bit.
Yeah, so you're quite right. You're obviously looking at the table there. Sharks way out in front now. 17 points, 10 games played. Warriors 16 points, 9 games played. So that little breakaway pack of the Sharks and the Warriors already. Right behind them, though, are the Stars. The Stars, as you say, 10 points, only played 8 games, so they've got 2 games in hand on the 2 top teams, and one on the Warriors. But still, it's tight. That it's 6 points already down, so they need to win and get and afford no more losses if they want to chase and stay in that contention. However, if they're already accepting it's going to be a playoff year for them and maybe not the league, then they need to keep up the performance they're putting on, because they're holding off the likes of the Barons and the Wild and the Hawks.
Well, you say holding them off, that mid-pack table, of course, Wild in 5th place with 6 points. That only takes a couple of the teams below them to get a couple of wins, and they're straight back in there, especially the 2 teams at the bottom.
Well, yeah, Scimitars at this point, unfortunately, for Sheffield, it is a little bit down and out. They've not won a game this season
But it's
yet.
early days, though.
But it is very early days. The dangerous ones there are the Dragons and the Lions. The Dragons are very much still an unknown entity in this league. They took Nottingham all the way the other night up at the National Ice Centre. And, finally Nottingham edged out 7-5 winners. But if you watch the highlights, you know what I mean? It was a close game right to the end.
Doing it again, aren't you?
I'm sorry. But yeah, you say Wild, Hawks, Lions, Dragons, Barons, Stars. It's a 7-team or 5-team pack right there.
So it's quite tight.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So anybody could win on their day and quite easily climb a few places.
But it's tonight that matters, Gary. And I'm telling you now, tonight will be setting the stage for both of these teams. We look back at this fixture over the years gone by, and we know last season it was Billingham that shut down Widnes' playoff hopes and dreams right here at Planet Ice Widnes after putting on a stunning performance the night before up at the Forum. So it was a bit of pill to swallow for the Wild ones. However, Billingham, who at the early part of the season had been written off pretty much, came back with that young, energetic squad and now they're carrying that same squad into this year, and I tell you what, they're firing on all cylinders.
Well, they are looking rather, should we say, hungry.
Yeah.
They've got that taste again for being up there, and of course, like we've already said, they want to try and keep up with that lead pack if they're going to make any headway in this league at all. But they want to do it early days rather than try and be fighting for it late on in the season, which is what I think most of the mid-table pack are going to be doing.
Yeah, I think tonight what Billingham need to do is come here, do the job, stick to their game plan, shut Widnes down early, get a few goals on the board, skate away home with the points.
So is there anybody in particular we should be watching out for, Ben?
Right, so for Billingham, you're going to want to be watching out Chris Sykes. Now, I know he's an easy go-to guy to say watch out for, but Sykes has been around so long now. He is one of those mentors in that team now. The young lads are acting as sponges and they're looking to him to lead, and he's still a very prolific player. He knows how to push players' buttons, he knows how to wind the goaltenders up with and get away with it, and he certainly knows how to put the puck in the back of the net, so he's going to be a danger man. In net for the Stars as well, likelihood is going to be Tom Brown. Brown has stood on his head so many times this season and kept the Stars in it, but ultimately he's got that defence out in front of him, which gives him the confidence to put on the show-stopping performance he has. And we talk about those defenders in front of him. There's one name we've got to mention, Patrick Rigors. Everybody knows Patrick's just been an absolute machine at the moment. He's very quick at shutting down plays. His hockey knowledge and sense is beaming out, and those young lads are lapping it up at the moment. And of course, that's elevating that whole team performance up again.
Yeah, I was going to say that's obviously paying dividends because they are soaking it up.
Very much so. So, they're my go-to guys for the Stars tonight.
What about Widnes?
Right, so Widnes, interestingly, one of the young lads that's come in this season, number 18, Jonathan Williamson, he skated last night for solid 60 minutes at flat-out top gear. There was no letting up.
Good.
So he's going to be a danger man if he keeps that performance up today. He's going to be a thorn in the side of Billingham. Bez Hughes as well, Bez assistant captain, went up there last night as a defender, did his job, shut down a lot of the Solway plays, wound them up. You're winding Solway up, you're doing something right.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, one guy we've pointed out so many times this season already for the Wild, Matt Barlow. He was away for the beginning of the season for a little spell, came back, and it was like the whole team dynamic changed. And with him coming back, Mikey Gilbert, who unfortunately isn't icing tonight, Barlow brings the claws, the teeth, the fierce attack that you want to see. The guy who's going to dump the puck in and not just dump it and then skate away to the bench for a quick change. He's going to dump it in and chase it in and then forecheck and pressure the defender and look for the netty to spill up and stuff. He's your guy who's going to be sweeping that loose change. So Brown's going to need to have his head on a swivel.
Well, he's obviously getting this team to gel together a lot more than he did at the very beginning of the season.
But he's just one player in that core of guys that weren't there at the beginning and now come back in. Obviously, we've got the inclusion of Chris G back as a defender as well. G's been a key point coming back, bolster that defence. And now we've got the inclusion of the brand new signing for the Widnes Wild, Jacob Carson Heron.
It's a name that's been around before.
He has, yeah. He played at the Dragons, I believe, for a season. He's been around the EPL, played at the Manchester Phoenix back in the day. His experience again. Is that going to be something crucial that the Wild are going to lean on? We know they've done it in the past. They've been critical of it, lent a lot and put a lot of weight on Vlad's shoulders last season, but he was able to carry that. When you've got firepower like Hager, like Barlow, all floating around, Reynolds, and just to name a few, and then you've got the young lads coming through, Jake Meehan, Reese, Andy Hopkins, they're all looking up now, and you can slowly see the development and the turn of the Widnes and the evolution as that next generation coming through. Unfortunately for Widnes, they're already into that evolution, and they're bringing that game today.
Interesting you say that, because if I recall, last time they were the visitors here, they came over with as well, and it's something, maybe a bit of a thorn in Widnes' paw, if you like, but nevertheless, both teams have got a lot to play for on this game. Even though it's early in the season, it's vital that either team get a win. They definitely want to get something out of it.
They do, we've got to be realistic here. We're approaching our Christmas break.
Yeah.
I think there's a handful of games left. How many times have we said it here on Drop the Puck? The Christmas period break is the make or break of the entire season, depending where you are in that table. Billingham and Widnes are going to want to be in that top four flight, chipping away at the Barons, running down the Warriors and the Sharks, trying to catch up on that, hoping there's a banana skin out there for them to slip up on.
And we know both teams have got the capability on their day of tripping those teams up as well. So as you say, it's all to play for here at Franchise Widnes today. A great crowd in. Billingham travelling fans are making a noise as they always do. Of course, there's one admission from that crowd today, and our Ice Queen up in the north, sitting at home watching this. Carol, good to have you tuning in. I would have liked you to have been standing right there, actually.
Yeah. On that, Gary, though, it is time to head down to the ice.
It's time to
drop the puck. Okay, so foregoing the national anthem due to technical issues. But that does mean we get into the game earlier. So, Gary, with no anthems out of the way, it's time to play.
I like the way you did that.
Okay, and we have a quick look now, and there we go. Not surprising by any means whatsoever. Tom Brown with the nod for the Billingham Stars in between the pipes. Gary Brown has been, like I say, an absolute vital key piece of that jigsaw that is the Billingham squad this year. Being able to really keep Billingham in the game.
Yeah, it's they are really, really going to be keen today. I don't think they've come here for a loss, certainly. They want to stay in that top pack, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's going to be a tough one for that man as well. Miles Finney saw some rubber last night and again stood on his head and kept the Wild in that Solway game.
Well, he's given some good performances lately, though, Ben. So, I mean, you know...
He certainly shocked a few people up at Solway last night, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Can he do anything tonight? It's all to play for. We look down on the ice, and tonight's game will be officiated by Lee Twell, Ethan Arnold, and Steve Ryder in the bands representing Team Stripes.
They always win them, don't they?
Yes, Gary, every time.
Shall I get it out of the way? It's slippy out there.
Ah, there we go.
Can we get the gutter out?
So thank you for tuning in to this live stream of the YKK Widnes Wild versus the Billingham Stars. Just waiting for face-off now after that small technical delay.
Yeah, we do appreciate your support. Thank you for purchasing a ticket. Spread the word. Tell people how good it is, and hopefully we'll get more viewers.
So Mr. Ryder calls both teams to the centre of ice, and it looks like it's going to be Braddon, Moss, and Galloway, who are the starting forwards for the Stars. We've got Coulter, Hagger and Reese Edwards. And away we go as the puck's dropped and immediately into action. The Stars put it into their own bench. Making sure everyone's awake on that bench.
So
face-off will be
neutralised, yeah.
Neutralised face-off in front of the Stars bench. Won by Coulter, puts it on the boards, instantly stolen by Galloway. Look to throw it forward. Dumped back down to the Billingham zone. Good forward check pressure from Hagger, trying to spill it up early. Body on from Murray as he pinches in. They've managed to get around though. Moss trying to get around Coulter. Ruddick has to step in. Braddon decides he's going to throw that in. And Finn Braddon, also one of those names that I really should have mentioned at the beginning. The young lad's had such an outstanding season so far. As Spraggan looks up ice, starts to play puck forward. Instantly turn around. Good recovery, however, by James Helens. Helens, the overtime hero the other week for the Stars. As Jackson looks to play it out. Quick play by the Wild as they gain the zone. Good poke check away by Helens. Just means the Stars are able to recover. Instantly turned back around, however, by Barlow, but he's given that away sloppily. And, of course, it's a captain, Michael Elder, who just stick on that and throws it back up. Oh, good effort in early. And that was Callum Wilkinson. Back down the other way. Elder, plenty of time. Tries to see it round. Sykes. Sends it back to Greenhall. Dumped in by Hyde of the Wild. Greenhall. Round the back of his net, trying to create space. Britton puts it back in. Stars trying to clear the zone. Hopkins out in front, puts it for Britton. Rebounded out off Brown's pads. Wild unable to capitalise, but here come the Stars up the other way. Hall. Round the back, cuts in early. turned back away by those Wild players. And again, Stars circling. Greenall loses the puck there. It runs out the zone. They've got to tag up again once more. A little bit sloppy start here by both teams. Avoiding the too many man call. And that's going to go out of play into one of the benches. Well, Gary, like I say, very... wouldn't say it's come out the speed that we've seen both teams at previously.
Well, both teams played last night, but of course they'll both be feeling each other out.
Face off, won by the Stars. Braden goes to push it forward, turned around by Coulter in neutral ice. Stolen off him by Moss. Moss takes a shot into the glove of Finney from just outside the dot. It was good effort. Well, how quickly did the Stars turn that round?
Yeah. Mr. Ryder having a quiet word with who's number 44 there for Billingham.
That's Sean Galloway.
Yeah.
Galloway wearing a temporary shirt tonight. Moss goes in for the draw against Coulter, left-hand side of Finney's net. That was a dangerous tip in front there. Rick able to get something on it last minute. It's falling up for Murray. Murray tries to find the man on the far side. That's going to be an icing call.
Well, little opportunities there, and Billingham putting a little bit of pressure already on the Wild net.
17:08 remaining in this first period.
Got to say it, Ben, I do like them Billingham jerseys.
Moss and Coulter in for the draw again. Moss,
Oh.
lovely little move. Backdoor effort, Finney goes post to post. Nice Braden, but that all started with Moss. We'll see that again. Watch the move that Moss pulls on Coulter on a face-off. Gets it out in front. Braden's backdoor, but what a save, Miles Finney.
Well, a little bit of afters there. You just don't see it, but Moss getting shoved a little bit.
Face-off will be right-hand side of Miles Finney's net. Drawing goes the way of the Billingham side again. Puck trickles through for Finney. Played up to Edwards. Edwards, Coulter at pace. Coulter, still Coulter, puts it back out in front. Read well by the Stars. Turn it round, and the game finally starting to show some life.
Yeah.
Edwards turns that puck all the way round. Good poke check away there. And that was Grigors. Grigors just poked it away from Edwards.
Well,
crucially the right minute.
Doing what he does best, really.
Haggart winds up, lets one go. Off the blocker of Brown. And Sykes has picked that loose puck up in neutral zone. Bez Hughes straight onto him. Like a pit bull. Wouldn't let him go then. Scooped up one more time. Wilkinson tries to throw it in. And that's another save by Finney. And that right there is classic Billingham, jumping on the loose pucks and immediately turning the momentum of the game round their way.
Well, one thing the Wild can't afford to do tonight is cough up any loose change, because they'll certainly make you pay for it.
Yeah. Wilkinson and Barlow in for the draw this time. Wild come out with the puck. Look to start working it out their end.
Oh,
intercepted, turn around, another leg pad save. That one coming from Chris Sykes this time, just inside the slot.
Oh, and
back out in front, and there it is, Michael Elder. Great pressure, Billingham.
Well, he was sitting there right in front of the netminder.
You see it again, the replay there. Crucial play from behind the net. Finds Elder wide open in this slot. It's easy tapping for him. And like that, it's Widnes Wild 0. Billingham Stars 1.
Well, the start that the Stars wanted, not what the Wild wanted. And it's exceedingly quiet so far, Ben.
Very, Gary, very. Mr. Arnold's just speaking to Mr. Riders over there at the bench here. Looks like it's going to be Barlow and Preston going for the draw. Alex Preston, yeah, as it's thrown forward. Williamson's got to get a skate on, being chased down very quickly there by Hall. Giuseppe throws it back round. And here is Jacob Corson-Heron on the puck wearing the 38 shirt. Interesting, he's gone on that second line. Kemp Looks to play it round. Kemp's gone down, holding his face. Well, potential high stick call early.
Maybe he's seen a hole in the ice.
Well, Mr. Ryder blew that immediately. I did notice, Gary, however, just in the middle, as the play came back into the Wild zone, just a couple of trailing players through the neutral zone there, and there was a few shoves and knocks between, it looked like it was Lucas Dowell and Matt Barlow.
Yeah, I think that was carrying on from before. The early pressure that the Stars were putting on the Wild net. And it's already starting to get a little bit heated.
Yeah, Kemp gone back to the bench holding his nose. Going to go in for another draw, and this time he comes out with the Stars as Hopkins literally jumps on that. Good pressure from Hyde. Poke check away by Murray. Hyde drops it back for Britton. Britton, Hopkins and Hyde, the line that is out currently for the Wild. Britton going to work in the corner. Murray keeps the play alive. Britton scoops that puck up under pressure from Moss. Round to Hopkins. Hopkins being pursued very well by Grigors. Has to think quickly. Hyde rides the check. Manages to get in front. Puts it in front by Hopkins. Swept away. Braddon couldn't scoop that in. That's going to come all the way down to Finney. Lets it run for Riddick. Picked up good play in the middle by Hopkins. However, Coulter couldn't jump on it. Jack Murray throws that one in straight on the net of Brown. Has to think quick. Hagger back out. Braddon played it back in. Wilkinson aids that on around. Jackson and Edwards are going to skate over. And here comes Wilkinson on the forecheck. Picked up by Murray. Sykes back out as well. Elder lets it run backwards. Helens looks up. He's got Spraggan in support. Spraggan again. Finds Sykes. Sat on the blue by himself. Sykes. Little 1-2. Goes forehand, backhand. Lets it off the toe. And Finney's got the answer for that. But the rebound in the danger zone for the Wild. Good move by Coulter. Coulter tried to find Hagger. Read well there by Spraggan. And the young lad already putting in some great shifts for the Stars.
Yeah. Great interception there to stop that.
Elder throws it in. Allows the quick change for the Stars to continue. Sykes couldn't keep that. That's going to be a foot race. It's going to be Hagger and Greenall. Hagger gets there. Icing's waved off. Edwards tried to play it back in off the hardboards. Barlow just going to settle things down a little second. Tries to find the pass in the middle. Giuseppe couldn't reel that in. Big hit by Carson Heron. And that's going to be appreciated by the Wild ones. Barlow at pace, drops it back for Giuseppe. Giuseppe goes to put it through, picked up by Carson Heron. And back up the other way. Oh, and Kemp's back out, and there's going to be a call here between, oh no. Look, between Kemp and Hall. There's certainly something going on there off the puck. In the meantime, just inside their own dots. What a pass that is to find Giuseppe. Barlow goes to go out in front. Carson Heron loses the puck there, swept away by the Stars. Shot in! Williamson had some venom on it. And now the Stars having to quickly re-establish themselves.
The Wild are starting to find their teeth a bit.
Yeah, showing the teeth and claws early here. There's a big hit on the boards between Giuseppe and Braddon. Both of them caged up. Stars again as Giuseppe on the forecheck. Dowell puts it back. Tried to feed it up to Galloway, intercepted by Barlow. He read that one. Got the stride on his man. And that pass goes sailing past Hyde. Icing waved off again. Very quick tempo game now as he's stepped up. Grigors looks to play it out, scooped up by Hopkins on the point. Andy Hopkins for the Wilds, going to chase that one in. Dowell tries to come over. Hyde still got it, puts it in. Oh, well, he put it in all the way to the back of the blue line. Between Ruddock and Murray, they've had to bring it all the way back out. Try and draw that Stars team out, create a little bit of space for the forwards now. And that's exactly what they've done, is hide again. Good stretch pass through the middle, trying to find Hopkins, but that was shut out crucially by Helens. Between Galloway and Moss, have managed to get that through. Moss with the shot off on Finney. Got a little bit of the blocker to it, put it back towards the sides, and now Spraggan's going to ease things down again for the Stars. Billingham, look up ice. That was dumped in by the Stars. Murray comfortably. Plenty of time to look up behind his net. Sykes skating in. Decides to go over to Coulter on the wing. Coulter has to get round Elder. Decides he's going to throw it around. Sent back to him by Hagger. Couldn't keep it in. There's a high man in Sykes. Chases it up, puts it out in front. Nobody there. Callum Walker puts it back in. Callum Wilkinson, sorry. Put it back into the corner. It runs around the boards. And now Stars turn to try and set up in the Wild zone. But that's a crucial play there by Bez Hughes. Turn the puck around and momentum swings once more. Coulter, big stretch pass over to Edwards. Read well by the young number 7, Greenall. And Sykes again picks it up on the near side boards. Pursued by Williamson. Sykes looks to go all the way round. Good poke check by the Wild, have created some space. Loses his edge. Greenall into the corner, puts it through the slot. And it was Kemp who put the turn away on that.
It was unlucky. On another shot.
This time off the pads of Finney. Barlow looks to use the half board to try and get out. Good little battle with the man down here, and that's going to be a call offside. Barlow is still tracking back as McLaughlin and Barlow were battling on the boards, but on the far side there was a Wild man offside. But I'll tell you what, Gary, that was more what I was expecting from this fixture.
Well, it started, the tease has turned up a little bit.
Preston and Barlow in for the draw. Preston's done the clever thing and just dumped it straight into the Wild zone. Pursues Williamson now, tries to pick his pocket. Jonathan Williamson under pressure. Barlow comes in to help. Played off the boards for Gisecco. Gisecco turns up ice, tried to find Carson Heron. Apologies, Carson Heron. Keep saying his name wrong, I do apologise. Gisecco, fans on the shot. Dowd turns it round for Hall. Hall's got a man skating forward in the form of Moss. Read by Ruddick. Callum Ruddick. Also a key defensive part of this Wild this season.
Oh, they're setting up here.
Queuing up the Stars. Who's going to come out with it? Moss does. Takes a shot.
Ooh.
Knocked over the bar by Finney and out of play. That's going to bring a stoppage in play. But I'll tell you what, 4 Stars players all grouped around that in a huddle then. Little mothers meeting who was going to shoot.
Yeah, I think they were all getting a little bit tied up with each other. I think it just needed one person to take a good swing at it.
That was James Moss in the end. 8:42 remaining in this first period. Still YKK Widnes Wild 0, Billingham Stars 1. And something's going on between Finney and Mr. Ryder. Well, there's a conversation going on. It's infuriating the Wild bench, whatever's been said or been done.
It's interesting. Whatever it is, Mr. Ryder's shaking his head.
I think Moss was trying to call possibly for maybe a delay of game call, but it was a shot that deflected off the blocker of Finney.
Face off to the right of Finney.
Well, Callum Ruddick certainly wasn't happy with what was said there. So action resumes. Quick draw taken by the Wild. A little sloppy pass there, just allowed Moss in. As they look to chip it on, read well by Ruddick. Couldn't clear it with Murray now. Again, the experience of James Moss reads that puck well. Helens dumps it into the far corner, chased down by Murray and Moss. Tries to get it back to Spraggan. It's going to run all the way. That's going to be an icing call. So back up to the Wild zone we go. 8 minutes, 8 remaining. Fresh legs on for Billingham. It's going to be a face-off to the left-hand side of your screen, right-hand side of the netminder.
Oh, hello.
Hyde. Back to Sykes. Tried to play it into the corner. Wild managed to get there first. Fighting away well. Trying to clear it. Hyde. Chipped away. Coulter now with the puck for the Wild. Put it back in. Hyde. Skating onto it again. Taking out the play this time by the Stars. Hughes. Sykes turns it back round. Picked up once more by Jackson. Jackson's managed to find Edwards in the middle. Edwards fans on his first shot. Drops it back for Coulter. Coulter shoots down the throat of Brown. And what a save that was.
Well, he was on top of him straight away there. Almost looked like he was dead set for putting that in the back of the net, but soaked up real well.
Face-off will be to the right-hand side of Tom Brown's net. Coulter and Moss in for the draw. Again, fighting on those half-boards on the far side, and they've come out with it. And Billingham, Galloway puts it forward right through the slot for Elder. Hagger couldn't quite control that. It's run all the way. Jackson's going to get there first. And Jackson for the Stars. Turns it round. Dumps it back. Coulter sees the opportunity. Galloway under pressure. Coulter gets there first. Turns it round for Edwards, who's pulled it all the way back. Williamson shot comes in.
Oh,
good play by the Wild there. It's the first time we've really seen them click. Coulter lets it run for Williamson. Williamson looks to skate in, and that's a bit of a tame shot. Glove side, blocker side, sorry, of Brown, but he just pulls out the air.
well, both teams starting to get their feet under the table a little now. And action end to end as both teams try to establish a good lead, although Billingham still have that 1-goal lead.
Puck run all the way down. Turn around by Murray. Spraggan. Turn back again, and this time, ooh, good effort. Stars are going to turn back with that.
Yeah, Starnes put that in the net then. Just a tap in.
Baller's going to try and pursue that. Giuseco's picked the loose puck up, takes a shot.
Oh.
Brown spills it up, jumps on it, freezes it out. 5:32 remains in this first period. Well, nice little bout to play.
There's only 5 minutes 32 remaining in this period, and both teams trying to get a grip.
Hyde's come out with the puck, looks to shoot, shoots. Brown's covered that one right up. Good play by Greenall. Hyde not impressed with it though.
Getting a little bit feisty. There's a little bit of knocks here and bit of afters, but so far nobody's gone to the penalty box. I've just given it the curse.
Yeah, I think you have, Gary. Britton goes in for the draw for the Wild. That comes all the way out to Jackson. Hyde tries to help him out. Jackson muscles out his right. He's taken a stick there. He's got to hold down his elbow by the look of it, his arm. He's not happy. He's had to skate off. So Jackson goes off for the Wild.
Oh, saved.
Great save, Finney. Kemp dumps it in. Still follows it up. Kemp puts the body on. And this is starting to step up in the physicality, Gary. You're not wrong.
Just the way we like it.
Stars look to drag it over the zone. All the way around for the Wild. Hager now takes control of the game. Gets around Moss, skates into the zone. Still Hager slams on. Throws it in. Looking for support for Hopkins. Hopkins gets there, tries to drag it out in front. Hager's going to get there first though.
The final touch is just eluding them.
Give Coulter the little nod. Knew what he was going to do. Coulter lets it run. Gets round Greenall. Coulter in the corner. Puts it in through. Straight onto the stick of Galloway. Edwards was cued to be the man skating in there. Williamson's lost his stick. Coulter. Well, Galloway just skipped round Coulter's check. Dropped for Edwards. He's turned it round. Coulter looks up ice. Joe Coulter finds Hager on the far side. Hager looks to kick into the corner. Out in front once again. Shot comes in off the leg pads of Galloway. He's going to chase it up. Foot race between Galloway and Murray. Finney gets in there first. And that's going to bring our stoppage in play. And there's afters going. That's an interference call. So who's that on, Gary? I saw the signal.
I think.
And it's going to be on Grigors. So Patrick Grigors is going to go to box for 2.
Well, commentators curse, and already we have our first one. And it's a Billingham Stars player that goes to the box. Hans Widnes. A bit of a lifeline here to get things level as we go to a bit of 5-on-4. Face off to the left of the Stars net. And Wild win that one. Oh, and it's... Oh, there's a few shots in there, and he's done well to defend that.
Thrown forward again. Greaves. Back to Britton. Greaves takes a shot down the throat to Brown. Britton was out in front looking for the loose change.
Yeah, Brown's kept them in this. So another face-off to the left of Brown. And the Wild still 1.5 minutes left in this power play.
Face-off, left-hand side of Brown as Britton and Moss going for the draw. Comes out to Greaves at the point 2, puts one in. Straight onto Brown, asks him to answer for it. Bit too much on the clearance, comes all the way round. And Hughes is going to have to skate back under the shadow of Sykes. Corson Heron. You can hear the call. From Greaves as he taps for that pass. All the way into the zone. Drops it. Well read by Brown. Ooh. Jumps on the loose change. And Sykes wasn't having any of that as Barlow was looking to poach something there.
Yeah, nothing to do here as the Stars managed to maintain that goal and that one goal lead they've got so far. Ben, Wild are desperately knocking on the door. Nothing to show for it so far.
Well, maybe the persistence will pay off, Gary. Still got the man advantage for another 52 seconds as played all the way down. Billingham seemed to be reading this well.
Got to have the puck though, Ben. You've got to do something with it.
Williamson gives it up in a dangerous position. Tries to skate that in with Preston. And now Hyde on the puck. Throws it forward. Scooped up by Coulter. Coulter. Big body on by Galloway. He's taking the puck away from him as well. Sean Galloway. He's chewing the clock up. Gets a shot off Finney as it comes off the mask. 23 seconds left on the power play. 2 minutes 9 in the period. And a stoppage in play as Finney checks his equipment. In the meantime, Michael Elder just skates over to the box.
Well, it seems to have got a bit shaken up there, Ben.
Yeah, Finney just being checked over by Mr. Ryder. Everything appears to be fine to continue. Get it all the way down to Corson Heron. Lets it go in the middle for Barlow. Barlow has to get around Greenall. Back to the point, Hughes. Shot comes in. Throw him back again, Hughes. Behind his own net. Grigor's back out, back to 5-on-5. As the power play finishes. Helens.
Well, the Wild would be gutted they didn't get something out of that. Whoop.
And that's going to...
Offside call, yeah.
Well, that's going to go in favour of the Stars. And so far, it's a 1-0 period in favour of Billingham. Sean Galloway again causing all sorts of issues for the Wild. Good move by Ruddock, pushes that round further. Moss was there though for the Stars, tried to put it back into the middle. Picked up by Braddon, and here come the Wild on the counter. Dumped in, can Giuseppe get round his man? No, he's bodied off the puck. Bounces back up though, try and get back in the play. Coulter's going to come out with it for the Wild. Coulter drops it back. Shot in, good save. Giuseppe with a key, crucial shot there. And that's going to be a tripping call. Coulter on Braddon. And that's going to swing it back round the way of the Billingham Stars. Clever play there by Finn Braddon. Lured Coulter in. Face off left hand side. Put on net. And Corson Heron sharing words with Elder there. Certainly not happy with the little nudge afterwards. Michael Elder though, very experienced. He knows how to really get under the skin of some of the players.
Yeah, Mr. Ryder saying he's having none of it. Get on with the game.
Cleared out the zone by the Wild.
Well, 30 seconds remaining in this period, Ben.
Yeah, it's clear that Billingham going to start the second period on the power play unless they can get a quick goal here. That'll really turn the screws on the Wild.
Yeah.
Sykes.
I think they'll just... Ooh, are they going to go?
Got it out to Elder.
Save.
Good save, Finney. 10 seconds left. They're still going to keep the screws turned as they clear the zone with Barlow. Barlow leaves the puck, however. 3, 2, 1. That's your period. Well, slow to get out the start. But when he finally picked up, it was the Stars who made it count.
Yeah, it was very, very tentative start by both teams, but it's Billingham who go into the period break with a 1-goal lead here at Plantage Widnes. It's Widnes Wild 0, Billingham Stars 1.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Welcome back to Planetized Widnes for the second period in this game between Widnes Wild and Billingham Stars. The Stars currently leading the game 1-0.
Mr. Ryder calling to the both starting lineups to the centre ice, and away we go. And it was Corson, Heron and Moss in for the draw. Let's not forget that the Stars are on the power play. So 5-on-4 situation as Moss skates down the right side. Taking the time. Sykes looks for the pass, back door. Put through, good effort. Ooh. And it was a good seal there by Finney on the post.
Well, everybody just seems to be standing there for a second.
I think the Wild had already accepted there was going to come a shot in. Face-off will be right-hand side of Miles Finney. Again, Corson, Heron and Moss. And a false start there. Stars comfortably with the draw win. Look to start working that puck round. Back at the point. On the half boards. Moss. Feigns a shot. Lets it run for Spraggan. Spraggan into the middle. Elder tries to spin on it. Cleared away by Riddick. 30 seconds on the power play remain. Looking up ice. Stars working that puck through again. 15 seconds left on the man advantage. Wilkinson lets it run. Well, that took a nasty deflection for the Wild as Edwards tries to clear it.
Oh, they still got it.
They've kept it in the zone. Oh. Good shot in for Moss, spilled out by Finney. Cleared it and back onto the ice comes Coulter. Back to 5-on-5.
Well, both teams have had a power play and neither have capitalised off it.
Thrown forward. Drop back. Good shot on. Off the blocker of Finney.
Still loose. Whoa.
And he's going to call play dead there. Whether the net's off the moorings or not, I'm not too sure.
I think it was trapped up against the
skater Finney.
Well, skater Finney and I think it was the goal as well. Whether it lifted or... Either way, it's a face-off to the right of Finney.
Face-off goes the way of the Stars. Quick shot in. Finney scoops that one up and freezes it up again.
So we're having a tentative start here, are we? For this second period.
Well, the Stars are obviously on the power play and they're just feeling the situation out, Gary. I mean, at the end of the day, they're the guys on the goal to the good. Drop back in for Moss. Moss into the corner.
Ooh.
Looks to work around. Goes to a backhand on Finney. Good pad save. And again, Hopkins called into action. Can he get out and beat his man? No, he can't. Scriggles throws it back in. Hopkins tried to play it out to Hyde. Moss is going to scoop that up once more. Goes D to D. Thrown forward again. That's an icing call this time. We're going down to the Stars' end. 2 minutes 15 gone in this second period already.
But even though they're only a goal down, it's quite a subdued Wild crowd, isn't it, Ben?
Very much so. Face off taken by the Wild. Quick shot in. Brown has to answer the question. Shot in from the dot, looking for that man out in front. Again, the Wild circling that puck round. Stars take it into the corner. Good stretch pass as he managed to find Braden.
Oh.
Braden breaks through. Finn Braden goes to go high.
Oh.
Finney loses sight of it. Second bite of the cherry goes round the back of the net. Jackson feeds it up to Hager. ball from Coulter, picked up by Barlow. Barlow out to Coulter on the wing. Gets it back to Hager, winds up. Shoots!
Oh!
Brown just turns it out round the corner. Into the corner once more for the Wild as they look to start setting something up. Hager from Barlow. Barlow around the back of the net. Turns it back round once more. This time it's Carson. Heron shot in from Hager, spilt out. Swept up by the Stars, and here come Billingham. Thrown in by Galloway. Quick line change. The Wild look to break up ice once more. Great move by Hager. Takes the shot, comes off the skate to Helens. Cleared out the zone. Sykes lost his stick for that. Spraggan takes a shot again, sails over the net of Finney. That's up out of play. 15:52 remaining in this second period. Still, YKK Widnes Wild 0, Billingham Stars 1.
Do you know what, Ben? I thought it was going to be a close game, but just one goal. I'm surprised at this.
Face-off picked up by the Wild as they look to play out the zone quickly. Williamson sends it round for Kemp. Gisecco to Williamson, looks up ice. Corson Herring gets it over to Gisecco. Gisecco winds up, shot comes off, deflected off a Stars player out in front. And there's been a big switch up in the lines now, Gary. You can see that top line is now Hager, Coulter, Barlow, and this second line, Gisecco, Britton, and Corson Herring.
Both of them look really, really tasty.
Edwards gets it over to Gisecco, picked up by Britton. Interesting line again, all young lads, apart from Britton. Obviously Britton the stalwart now in that one. Out in front, read by Nathan Britton. Looks for the high pass, tried to find Hopkins. Britton backhands it in as Edwards comes off. On comes Greaves.
Quick line change by the Wild.
Oh, mistakes, gives it up to Britton. Save, diving save by Grigors. Shot comes in, spilled out. Grigors is still down. And Patrick Grigors took all of that as he went in and literally snuffed out the shot from Britton.
Well, it's going to leave a bruise in the morning, that. Oh. I'll tell you what, that picked up a little bit there, Ben. That was the pace that we saw at the end of the first period.
Very much, Gary. Just a quick one to our viewers that are able to watch the stream. We do apologise for any technical issues that you may have encountered. We will be dealing with the matter post-game. Face off once more. Thrown forward. Stars skate it all the way in, turned around however by the Wild. Hopkins looks forward, tries to find Greaves. Few hits certainly sticking in now.
Oh.
It's the Stars still out in front. Back door, wide open for Finn Braddon from James Moss. Right to our camera.
Well, easy as you like. He tried to feed that across and he was just sitting there waiting for it, Ben.
Very much so, Gary.
So it's now Widnes Wild 0, Billingham Stars 2.
Moss goes in for the draw against Hager. Back underway. Taking the time, trying to find that pass out. It's Redwell. Skated shot in from Moss. And it was Sykes who read the play initially.
Nice play there.
Get it out to Moss again. Turned around by Hager. Hager's found Edwards on the far side. Edwards loses that puck for a second, gets it back under control, but he turns it straight back over. And it's games like this, Gary, you've got to start wondering if the cage is a little out the depth.
Yeah, I was only thinking that before.
Well, the young lad's gone crashing into the net. Taking it off its moorings. Brown recovers his water bottle. Face-off will be left-hand side of Brown, taken quickly. Stars look to drive that forward. Helens takes it off his man. Manages to find player in the neutral ice. Good effort in.
Oh.
And Stars have turned the heat up once more. Sykes, that was originally to Elder. All the time to pick
what
a
a
spot.
shot.
Michael Elder. Looked like he was out for a Sunday stroll there, Gary.
Yeah, don't know what's going on. Everybody just seems to be standing around then. He took his time, looked for the slot and fired it top corner. And he gets a goal, extends the lead here at Planetside to Widnes. It's now Widnes Wild 0, Billingham Stars 3.
As you saw in the replay there, literally just standing round the Wild defenders. Nobody had any agency to get in front of that puck then. Left Miles Finney high and dry. And just like that, Gary, it's 3-0 Stars, yeah.
Yeah.
Wild look to clear it out. Britton gets it over to Hyde. Hyde couldn't drag it over. Turn back round again, intercepted.
Whoa.
And that's going to be, there's something going on in the crease. McLaughlin arguing with Mr. Ryder.
Well, yeah. Looks like he's, is it 2?
And Jackson. And McLaughlin doesn't know, he looks like what's going on. Interference call.
Oh, okay.
Interesting, and it's going to give Wild the advantage they need to try and get back in that.
Well, 3 goals behind. And they definitely need to get something on the board now if they've got any chance of getting back into this. I mean, it's still only the second period. We're coming up to the halfway point. So we can't rule the Wild out yet.
Face off taken quickly. Moss throws it all the way down ice. Under pressure immediately is Williamson. Sykes letting him know he's there every step of the way. Coulter. Hyde's going to get back there and pick it up. Out to Hagger. Hopkins. Williamson played it forward again. Good pressure in by the Stars, and Moss has managed to get in there. Chipped it away, straight over to intercept Darius Hagger though and shut that play out. However, Moss is doing exactly what he needs to. He's just chewing up the clock here, Gary.
Yeah. A good play by Hagger, leading by example.
But there's no sense of urgency here by the Wild whatsoever.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? Oh, here we
Hagger
go.
loose puck. Shot on Brown, ready for it. Well, that was about the best opportunity I think I've seen in the Wild this period.
Yeah, I mean, that was almost bow round it, gifted.
1 minute 1 remaining on the power play. 11:51 in the period. Face off, left hand side of Brown. Taken quickly. Corson Herron drops it, puck back for Barlow. Out to Greaves at the blue. Greaves puts a shot on. Kicked and turned around the corner. Corson Herron again. Greaves, another shot. Brown's got all day for them. 38 seconds left on the man advantage.
Well,
again, Greaves, third time of asking. Putting them in the right position, but there's no one there to sweep up.
yeah, they're trying to just tap it in the hope that it'll deflect in, but the
Quick
final
change
touch is terrible.
by the Stars.
Good play by the Stars there.
Moss takes a shot, sails right in front of Finney. Greaves going to pursue his man. Puck sent straight back up, however. Moss thrown all the way down on net as a 5-on-5 back into the action. An absolutely wasted power play by the Wild.
Yeah.
And now Braddon giving Williamson a hard time. Moss in there for the assist. Calls on the aid of Bez Hughes to try and clear it out and does so. Picked up in the middle of the ice by Barlow, looking for a call.
Not coming. Nice little chip there.
That's come off the ceiling.
Oh dear.
And that's going to stop play there with 10:16 remaining.
Well, Zagantri just above the ring there, settles down from a slight swing. Gives us time to have a quick breather there. The Stars seem to be putting a lot of pressure on that Wild net now, Ben. But the small and few chances that the Wild have had, there just seem to be the final touch doesn't seem to be there.
Yeah, Gary, totally agree. The Wild are just not taking the opportunities at all. And when they are, then they're half-hearted.
Yeah, that's funny, yeah, it is. It's almost lackluster, maybe. I think they need to light the fires a little bit. The fans need to get behind them. But it's very quiet here at Plant Ice Widnes. Stars win that one. Nice little chip forward.
Elder down the wing. Looking inside now. Sends it all the way around for Sykes. Wild finally snubbed that out. Back once more. Turned it back round again. Back and forward we go. Kem for the Wild. Callum Wilkinson just patrolling out in front of him. Chris Sykes been absolutely everywhere. In fact, I can't think of a time, Gary, when Chris Sykes has actually been off the ice.
Yeah.
Every time I look round, he's on.
Oh, and he's... Oh, well done.
Williamson snubbed that one right out. And under pressure, Hagger from Moss. Hagger takes a shot, and there's going to be a whistle blown before the shot in.
Clever play, clever defensive play there by
Mr.
Williamson.
Ryder and Moss now. Well, James Moss certainly not happy with that.
Yeah, it was clever play by Williamson now. He had three men bearing down on him and lay his body on the ice enough to smother the puck. He stopped any pressure or further pressure on that Wild net.
Face off, taken in neutral zone, turned around by the Wild. Given away straight away to the Stars, however. Stretch pass picked up by Ruddock. Dumped back in. Stars just skating out of those hits. Barlow's trying his best to keep the puck in the zone. Oh, good move round Braddon, still Matt Barlow. Barlow takes it onside. There's a arm up by the official.
Yeah, he got smothered out of there. It was almost...
And that's a slashing call. Well, that's going to be on Galloway. And just like that, the Wild are back on the power play.
Well, you want a gift. You couldn't get any more than what you're getting now. The Wild definitely got to make this count. They can't afford to be going into the period break 3 points down.
Face off left hand side of Brown's net. At the top of the shot was Corson Heron. Coulter in the point, fans on the shot. Coulter under pressure, has to walk the line. Coulter, driven into the boards hard by Wilkinson. The puck isn't even near the turtle. Oh, there's a big hit there. Wilkinson, cross-check to the head. Well, Coulter's just sat on the ice. Up the other way we go. Hyde, obviously 6, and there's another hit on there. Joe Coulter. Just checks his mouth. Wilkinson there, certainly not agreeing with the call.
So, we've got a fellow's favourite for the next 1 minute 23 seconds as we have a 5-on-3 in favour of the Widnes Wild. And Ben, they've got to get something from this.
Well, this should be the opportunity to get a foothold back in this game, you would think. Corson Heron picks it up, top of the slot, decides to go back over. Greaves looked unsure about that, sends it around to Hager. Hager back to Greaves. Greaves guaranteed to wind up. Looking for the opportunity. There it is. Come off Moss's ankle. He's going to feel that one. Lets another one go just wide. Hager sends it back. Apologies, not Hager. It was Barlow. And now there's a foot race. Spraggan beaten out onto the puck. Lovely little move. Sends Corson Heron to the ice. Now Hager's back in control. 40 seconds on the initial power play. Corson Heron again. Hager drops it for Greaves. Greaves puts it towards net, right into the glove of Brown. It looks like it was magnetised.
Yeah, straight there.
Well, 26 seconds on a power play with this till it goes to 5-on-4. Again, if you are watching this stream, we do apologise for the earlier technical issues. We will be dealing with that post-game. And that's a delay as we go back again. Corson Heron picks it up, screening out in front. Hager, big shot in. And Hager was looking for the rebound there. Oh, word's being shared. Is that Grigors over there? It is. Patrick Grigors straight onto Rich Hager.
Well, 17 seconds left of this 5-on-3 power play for the Widnes Wild. Billingham done a great penalty kill so far.
Greaves, top of the shot. Oh! Top of the slot, even takes a shot off the leg pads again. And Sykes causing no sort of issues. That's an offside. And he's given it offside even though everyone's skated back and tagged up. Well, it's going against the Wild, so there's nothing he can do. Team Stripes have the final call. 3 seconds left on the power play.
Interesting call.
Tell you what, Gary, doesn't feel like the Wild can buy a win today.
I think I've got £4 in my pocket.
Yeah, that might get you a tripping call if you're lucky.
Not that we're saying that all the penalties are available.
Wild in their own zone, back to 5-on-4. Still riding this one out for 30 odd seconds. Spraggan sends it back. Galloway's going to chase that up. Hughes sends it back around, picked up by Greaves. Far side, scooped up by Hager. Hager thrown around for Coulter. Couldn't make it all the way. Turns straight back around, put towards Finney. Finney's going to take that up to Hughes. Hughes at pace. Decides to take a shot himself, sails over the bar.
Bit high.
Britton scoops that rebound up, sends it back to 5-on-5. And a fellow's favourite, a 5-on-3 opportunity goes awry for the Wild. Somebody's equipment on the ice, and down the other way goes Chris Sykes. Sykes does call. That's an offside call.
Well, interesting.
Either way, let's stop playing and we're going back the other way.
So that's the Wild 0-4 on penalty power plays.
Wild finally win the face-off. Seems to be the only thing they're winning these days. Britton goes to go backhand. Good save by Brown. Hopkins scoops a rebound up, feeds it back in for Hyde. Hyde looks to wrap around, puts it out in front. Britton couldn't make anything of it. Williamson loses it out to Sykes. Sykes looks to get round Kemp. Drops it back one more time. Hopkins reads the play well.
Ben, do you think the Wild have got bus legs?
I don't know what they've got, Gary. Cobwebs, bus legs, empty gas tank. It just doesn't look like the Wild.
No, you're right.
Let's just scoop that one up. I think they are missing a few key players. Josh Reynolds isn't icing. Mike Gilbert's not icing.
Nonetheless, though, Ben, they just seem to be struggling to put anything together.
I mean, you look at the quality of that top line of Hager-Coulter and Barlow.
Yep.
On paper, that should be racking in the goals.
Well, not taking anything away from Billingham now. They're certainly doing a job.
Out in front, Barlow misses that one. Murray scooped it up. Puck didn't go as high as everyone thought. Back the other way. And do you know what, Gary? You're right. You take absolutely nothing away. In fact, put Billingham on a podium, because that just shows you how well they are controlling and shutting down this Wild side.
Yeah.
It almost at times, dare I say, the Stars look like they're in a training session.
Wow.
As they feed that one back out in front, Barlow this time turned round. Puts it forward, Britton couldn't get there.
And again, four Stars players around him.
Barlow loses out to Jackson. Finally takes Jackson out the play. Braddon, no, Finn Braddon, absolute thorn in the side of the Wild.
Yeah.
Here comes Murray, right into the back of his own player. Corson Heron winds up, takes a shot. Brown spills it back up, back the other way. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Dowdle has Preston in support, takes it himself into the glove of Finney. And just like that, the Stars could turn it around. You see it again in the replay there, picked up by Dowdle. He's got Preston on the far side, he takes it himself though. Easily could have been a backdoor goal.
It seems every time the Wild go forward with the puck, Ben, there's like it seems like there's 10 Star players out there. They seem to be everywhere. Those black jerseys are appearing, and the Wild can't do anything.
Face-off picked up by the Wild, thrown forward. As Giuseppe goes down, took a man with him, straight back up the pair of them. Dowdle drops it for Preston, takes a shot. Finney comes out of his catcher. Helens is going to retrieve the loose puck. Dowdle to Hall into the corner. Jackson under pressure. Tom Jackson for the Wild. It's finally pulled out by the Stars. Look to send it through the slot. Preston still turns it back in. All the way through to Tom Jackson, the Wild. Sends it back to Edwards. Edwards. Bad pass, Preston. Giuseppe.
The pressure he's putting on there. Oh,
The
my
forecheck
goodness.
pressure is unreal. They're causing the mistakes and then capitalising on them.
Oh,
Scooped up, however, by Edwards. He finally gets it over to Giuseppe. Helens is going to try and get his stick in the way. The Wild go for the quick needed change, as do the Stars. Sykes comes all the way around, goes to go. Well, he tried to heel drag it around Finney and then whip it off the toe last second. As he's pinned up against the boards by Kemp on the far side. Coulter in there trying to dig it out. That's going to be a break in play as they blow that one dead. 1:53 remains in the period. Goodness knows what that man's going to be doing in the period break. I think they're going to they need to replace a few water bottles potentially, Gary, as they as they get thrown around the locker room. Hager picks it up. Finally finds Hyde, broken through. Hyde spins, has Coulter in support. Still Danny Hyde. Shoots down the throat to Brown. Drops down for the loose change. Not a Wild player there, though. The Worcester Stars player who's found Sykes. Sykes takes a shot, tries to catch Finney off guard. Right into the catcher of Finney.
yeah. And that's what they're doing. The Stars, as soon as they get a chance, counter-attack straight away. Catching the Wild on the hop.
Do you know what, Gary? I can sum it up very easily. The Stars aren't doing anything special. They're just doing the basics very well.
Oh, yeah. And it's proving dividends for them, isn't it?
That's the Stars to a T. They're not glitz and glamour, ribbons and bells. They're a hardcore, hard-nosed team that concentrate on the basics, run the basics till the smooth as butter, and then when you've got them right, then you can start thinking about potentially putting the bells and whistles on. But for now, they don't need to, because the bread and butter seems to be working. As Moss skates it in, look to drop it back, Murray reads that well. And that's going to be another call. Is this on Murray? Oh. Thought it was Jack Murray then, the way he came over. It's on Ruddick.
Yeah.
Okay, so Callum Ruddick goes to the box, slashing call.
Yeah, it goes to the Fresco Environmental penalty box and it hands the Billingham Stars an opportunity into the end of this period and the start of the next. Again.
Face off, left-hand side of Finney. Oh, that's a stick to the face. Wild player goes down. That's Coulter again. Poor Joe Coulter.
Well,
Tries to go straight back into the Sykes. He's going to have a trip to the dentist tomorrow, guaranteed.
Yeah.
That goes up out of play. And Coulter straight over to Mr. Ryder.
I think he's being picked on a little bit, maybe.
He's sending him away.
He's definitely feeling the victim.
He's sending Coulter away. He's sending Coulter to the box, in fact. Well, I'd say, it's a little hard done by, but if I was Joey Coulter, I'd feel the same.
Well, we know the rule. You can't argue the referee. If he was sent away, he's been arguing the case.
Well, Mr. Jackson's not happy now, so he's going to have a word with Mr. Ryder. But he can approach the ref, he's the captain. So abuse of the official, and just like that, the Stars have got a fellow's favourite.
Oh, not the position you want to be in.
49 seconds left in this second period. Stars potentially going to start the third on 5-on-3, unless they are guaranteed pretty much to score now. So that'll be 4-0 going into the third period with a man advantage.
Oh, hang on a minute, we've got 49 seconds yet, Ben, we might
get 2 goals, yeah, and that'd be the game to bed, I think.
Wow, they've got to play clever here now. But they've already been sustaining a lot of pressure from
Moss
Billingham.
to Sykes. They start working it round well. Grigors. Stars putting on an absolute masterclass here today.
Ooh!
Look at that tip to take passing, Gary. He used Jackson's stick to put it in the end. We'll see it again. It's an own goal. It's literally magnetic passing. Bang, bang, bang. Sees the opportunity. Jackson's stick just angled the wrong way and it skates in. It sails in.
With 31.4 seconds remaining in this second period here at Planet Ice Widnes, it's now Widnes Wild 0, Billingham Stars 4.
Back in as it's man advantage. Hopkins lost his edge. Top of the shot. Well, you see there, they got in the slot and finally got the shot off. Hopkins clears the zone. 11 seconds left. Looks like, Hopkins trying to work away. To put it back in. Murray's got to get back. 5 seconds left. Will be the Stars to start the third period with the man advantage. And just like that, Gary, how tilted is the ice right now?
Well, you can hear it there. A couple of boos from some of the Widnes fans. Not happy what they're seeing here at the moment. And even though just off camera, well, let me just see if we can get our camera go. Yeah,
Coulter still having away with Mr. Ryder. Mr. Ryder wants nothing to do with it.
He's not happy with
Coulter does seem to be approaching him calmly, though. I'm going to say he's not in his face about anything. Mr. Ryder, though, doesn't want to know. He's sending him away.
Well, a lot to do here at Planet Ice Widnes with the Widnes Wild as we go into this period break. It's Widnes Wild 0, Billingham Stars 4. Join us after this short break.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Welcome back to Planet Ice Widnes for this third and final period. We think it's going to be the final one, Ben, in this game between the Widnes Wild and the Billingham Stars. If you've managed to tune in onto this stream, thank you very much for being patient. We must apologise for the technical issues. A little bit out of our hands here because we're busy obviously filming things, but apparently everything will be sorted in due course. And big thank you to Carol White of Billingham Stars. We did give you a mention at the beginning, Carol, but unfortunately due to technical issues, all the lovely things we said about you won't have heard.
No, and happy birthday Ella as well if you are watching.
Happy birthday Ella, and thank you to all the Billingham Stars fans that have...
like I say, it will be dealt with due course, but there will be an official statement from ourselves. But ultimately, I think it goes without saying, Gary, that we will be refunding all the purchase tickets.
Yeah. It's pointless. It's pointless saying no. It's what we do best.
So, fans will be getting refunded, and this full game will be going out alongside the highlight show on Friday night on our YouTube channel.
So all the Billingham fans will get to see it in its entirety. So Carol will hear all the nice things that we said about it.
But in the meantime, the small mountain that is from here to the end of the period that...
I thought you were talking about Blackburn Ice.
No. That, conveniently, that's 1-1 there at the moment between the Hawks and the Dragons.
Oh, interesting.
But no, what I mean by the small mountain is to the finish line now for the Widnes Wild. 4 goals down and on the penalty kills still.
Yeah, they've not managed to do anything with these power plays they've had, but the penalty kills, I mean, they suffered in that last one, and they've still got to ride out another 1 minute 11 seconds at the start of this third period.
Do you feel, Gary, and I know this could put me in the firing line of a few people, but I'm never without me risk.
Okay.
Do you feel that Widnes have almost taken a back step and fallen back into the old habits and the old Widnes?
It's hard to say, Ben. I mean, I'll be honest with you. You've got to remember they had a long trip last night.
Of which, don't get me wrong, Solway skated them hard.
Yeah.
And you've got to skate hard to stay with Solway.
And they come off the back of a defeat there. And then you've got to face Billingham. And we know Billingham can keep you on your toes.
As proven.
So, justified their 4-0 lead here at the start of this third period.
You see, Billingham have got the right formula. You've got your old guys like Moss and Sykes, right, who young guys can lean on. But then you've got hungry, speedy, technical young guys, the likes of Galloway and Braddon and Spraggan, who are actually chomping at the bit, causing all sorts of issues for the Wild. As we can just see the officials there testing the ice.
I think Steve Ryder's just given us a sample. Oh, a lovely pirouette there, Steve. That's a 4. And
some lovely striding.
Yeah. Oh, look at the way he turned there to speak to that player. He's going to kill me later.
Some beautiful back skating.
Oh, and look.
With the jazz hands as well.
Oh, yeah, the jazz hands. But look, they're doing it in pairs. It's almost like synchronised. Well, and back to the game.
And there we go, snap to reality.
So, Widnes fans have woken up a little bit.
We get action back underway in this third and final period as Widnes face a mountain in front of them to climb, and standing in the gateway to that path up are the Billingham Stars.
Yeah.
Still on the power play. Elder all the way around the net, looks to come back to the point of Spraggan. Spraggan back to Elder off the half boards. Good rotation work, and this is what I mean, Gary. Look at it. It's tape to tape passing. It's clinical rotation.
Something that.
But it's basic stuff, just done well.
Oh, well kept in.
Big shot in.
Oh.
Finney has to go post to post as Moss tried to get all of that.
Yeah, tape to tape passing's not been the best for Widnes.
Well, yeah, it's not been tape to tape. It's been loose passes that have allowed the Stars in. Hopkins grabs that one on the wing, goes down, is challenged off it by Grigors.
And that's what it's been like. They've just been getting in the Wild's way.
Hopkins still chasing Moss. Still Hopkins chasing Moss. Like a dog with a bone. But Moss has done exactly what he needed to do. He's chewed that clock up. Run that game clock up. Unfortunately, it's run the penalty clock down as well at the same time. Sykes now pick it up. Back through the middle, Grigors. Goes to dump it in. Hopkins off his skate. Intercepted by Moss once more. Moss goes to skate inside the dots, bodied off the puck. Ends up in the corner, and Moss still in possession for the Stars. Lovely little play from Galloway. Skating in, shot comes through traffic. Finney sees that and pulls it out the air.
I'll tell you what, that come in like a rocket then. And Finney did well to catch that one. So 18 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in this third period. The score stands Widnes Wild 0, Billingham Stars 4. Oh, and we...
Mr. Ryder certainly not happy with something. Skating over to the bench.
Have you heard the one about the...
He's having a lovely little chat with our timekeeper.
I saw a lovely bouquet of flowers over the other side there. Come on, Steve. Well, I think
he's just trying to get more camera time.
He is. Now, I think he's... there could be an issue, with...
Are they saying that it's still sticky?
Yeah, the ice. I was going to say, there could be a problem with the ice. But the way they used to say it, Ben, it's the same for both teams, so...
All right. Face-off will be left-hand side of Miles Finney's net. Drawing. Puck straight on the net of Finney. Turns around the corner. Williamson goes to play it off the half-boards. Picked up in the middle by Britton. Britton gets his legs going. Drops it for Edwards. Edwards back to Britton. Goal! And the Wild come alive. You see it again in the replay. Picked up by Nathan Britton in the middle. Sees off that initial challenge from Spraggan. Lovely little poke in there from Edwards from the wing. Britton gets his stick on it, turns it past Brown, and just like that, it's YKK Widnes Wild 1. Billingham Stars 4.
Hello. Have we woken somebody up?
No, I've been here all game. Just very quiet, actually.
Oh, thank you very much. No, the Wild fans, giving them a cheer, and they've been awfully quiet for this game, except for the end of the second period where they found their boo section coming out. But
well, that'll annoy Tom Brown, because there goes the shutout, and it'll give some hope to the Wild.
Well, be interested to see how that bodes, whether it boosts. Oh, there
Braddon,
we go.
straight away. Braddon picked it up. Williamson come flying around, shut that out. Edwards, Edwards loses his stick in the challenge there. Giuseco's going to chase up. Thrown forward again. Braddon picks it up. Body on from Edwards. The game stepped up once more. Galloway gets round Hagger. Goes round back behind the net. Spraggan put it through.
Oh.
Not Spraggan, that was Braddon, apologies. Edwards. Finn Braddon puts the body on.
Well, you're most vulnerable when you scored, and Billingham was certainly trying to get one back here on the Wild.
Yeah, Hall over the far side. And remember, we've got a couple of cages skating out there. Lewis Edwards, only 16 years old, and he's willing to fly around and put the body on. Young Dowd out there as well, a few cages. Great to see for the sport and the development, but at what point does it, become detrimental?
Yeah, well, the thing is, they're giving a good account of themselves so far.
Jackson throws forward. Hagger and Hyde are going to chase that down, but the first man to that is McLaughlin. And that's going to bring it all the way back down to the Wild zone. And the atmosphere in here, you can almost hear the pin drop, Gary.
You can almost cut it with a knife. I'll have a slice, please.
Face off, right hand side of Miles Finney. Draw win for the Wild. Williamson at pace behind his own net, looks up, decides he's going to dump it in. Hyde's going to try and beat out his man. Spraggan does. Ooh. Round the back, looks out in front for Coulter. Good defensive play by the Stars. However, Coulter in the corner. Couldn't get past Jackson. Jackson looks to pinch in. Well, Sykes has managed to do it. Sykes and Elder. Shoes there as he get back 2-on-2.
Oh.
Sykes caught it up in his skates, get my words out. Couldn't get it on his stick. There's going to be a call.
Yeah, referee's blown there. As,
net off the moorings.
Yeah, Finney was pulling the net back onto its moorings, and the official seeing it, blowing it.
Oh well. All the little knocks and tricks are going to come out now.
I think it was. I don't think it was intentional, but nevertheless, I think it's enough to stop the play. 16:23 remaining. Score stands at 1-4 in favour of Billingham Stars.
Finney has to use his blade there to just turn that round the corner again, and Billingham come again, looking for the back door, and Moss just loves circling around that dot. There's going to be a call, the arms up. I've got a feeling that's a slashing call coming against the Wild.
Well, and again,
it's Hughes. Hughes goes straight to the box.
Again, the Wild are handing the advantage to Billingham.
Well, there's been no official call from Mr. Ryder as such.
What, was Bez just feeling cold, was he?
Well, we'll wait now and see. I've got a feeling, Gary, it's either a slashing or a hooking call, as Moss circled back round between the dots to feed the back door. Holding call, there it is. So Moss and Jackson back to the benches respectively. Coulter goes in against Preston for the draw. Swung round, picked up by Galloway. Galloway managed to get it over. Grigors, shot comes off the back. Picked up by the Wild. Coulter couldn't reel that one in.
And again,
big golf swing, sends it round. Coulter gets his legs going. Went to put the body on Grigors. Loose puck, worked around once more. Stars decide to drop it back to Grigors. Hager couldn't put the pass out. Braddon works out well through the legs of Hager. Finds Preston. Preston drops it for Braddon. Finn Braddon. Let go again as Elder picks it up. Elder behind. Ooh. Goes for the 1-2. It's caught up in the skates of Preston. And that was the saving grace of the Wild as they dump it down the other end. Grigors pursued by Britain.
Well, to the final minute of this power play.
Williamson into the corner. Wild doing well to keep the Stars out so far. And Williamson chewing this penalty clock up. Tried to get the puck out in front. 36 seconds left. Moss into the corner. Looks like Jackson there lost his edge.
Oh!
Good shot in on the back door. And here comes Hyde on the puck. Hyde a pace, slams on. Holds the puck up. Elder feeds Moss. Moss drops it back for Elder. Elder decides to spin. Good poke check by Hyde. 4 seconds left on the power play. Hughes chomping at the trapdoor. Trapdoor opens, away he comes, back to 5-on-5. 14 minutes left in this game. Look for the back door again. Hughes straight into the action, fans on the shot, drops the puck. Elder manages to find Sykes. Sykes skates it forward. Good poke check again by Murray this time. Kemp tried to get in and help him. Now Carson Heron gets it over. Greenall for the Stars. Can he beat out Murray? Jack Murray of the Widnes Wild now does well, turns it around, throws it forward. Scooped under the legs of Coulter. Coulter gets it going. Hopkins in support. Into the middle. Andy Hopkins has that cut out by Finn Braddon. Braddon's had an absolute blinder.
Yeah.
Definitely a contender for the man of the match.
Yeah, he's been getting in the way all the time. And
lovely pass from Coulter to Hager. Hager shoots off the shoulder of Brown, comes down. Second shot in from Murray off the legs of Preston. And Ruddock's going to skate that one back. Greenall does well to skate it in and dump it in. And that's the beauty now if you're a Stars player. You can just take your time, and if you can't see an option, dump the puck in and go for a change. Ben Greenall going to have to get back on that one as Barlow's pursuing. Barlow on the forecheck. Takes it off Greenall. Looking for support. Great move by Greenall. Gets it back. It clears the zone now. Sykes from Williamson. Greaves just skated over. Shut the door there. Turn back around. Barlow, one man to beat in front of him. He's got support. Still Matt Barlow into the corner. Gets it round through Helen's legs. Shot in. Just wide. Brown gets it over enough. They've cleared out the zone. And that's an icing call. Back up to the Star zone we go. And finally, Widnes starting to put a little bit of pressure on.
yeah, it's they're starting to put a few things together, but giving them the due, Billingham just poking that puck away, just putting them off their stride, doing enough to knock them off. And it's still, with 12 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in this period, Widnes Wild 1, Billingham 4.
And we're going to re-go again on the face-off.
Well,
12:06 remaining in the game. Coulter wins the tie-up. Thrown forward by Greaves. Coulter picks it up behind the net. Trying all the tricks in his bag. Gets it out in front.
Oh.
Greaves swinging at it.
oh, nobody, oh, they've got it back.
Another shot in from Greaves, turned out. Apologies, not Greaves. Hager. Greaves trying to be the screen there. Jackson's kept it alive. Hager sends it back round, gets a body on through his troubles. Big stretch pass sent over. Hughes is going to be there. 11:40 remaining. Greaves looks to turn that back round into the path of Coulter. However, Spraggins put it backwards.
And straight away they're on the attack.
And they're trying to call for the too many men. Galloway, sorry. Had it in the slot, decided he was going to try and find a pass instead. Now Jackson's going to beat out Braden. Moss rides the check. Taking the time into the corner. Shot comes in. And that was Braden with the shot. Looked to go top shelf.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get that then.
10:58, his time is slipping through the fingers of the Wild. Gisecco on the forecheck. Stars swing it out into the neutral zone. Ruddock picks it up and dumps it back in. Once more cleared out. Britton pulled that down. However, Moss has scooped it up off him. Gets it on the far side for Galloway. Galloway looks up, goes back through the dot. Great little poke check, turns it round. Looking for the stretch pass to try and break away Edwards.
Far.
And that breakout pass, just too far away from Ruddock to Edwards.
Yeah, it looked almost like a desperation pass that, just to clear it away. But I've said it before, and I'll say it again, Ben. Every time Widnes seem to be putting something together, the Stars are in the way. They're disrupting the play, putting them off their stride, and it's enough to keep them at bay.
Shot comes in early. Finney spilt it up, swept away. And again, McLaughlin throws it in, only to be received by Murray of the Wild. And the Stars have got the ability to do this. Like I say, the dumping, they don't even need to chase it anymore, Gary. You can just dump it in and then sit in the blue and wait for the puck to come back.
Yeah.
Ruddock sends that into the stands. And is that going to be a delay of the game call? No, they're not giving it.
I think it was a deflection, really. So it just went over.
So as they pick up a new ice biscuit. Very quick mention again. I must apologise. I have been informed by the Queen of the North. I'm mispronouncing it. So apologies, Finn. It's Braden, not Braden. So Finn Braden.
You have been told.
Consider me told.
Sit in the corner.
And that's why she's the Queen of the North.
Is it?
Just nod and say yes.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yes, Mom.
Face-off will be left-hand side of Finney's net. Just over half of the period remains. 3 goals needed by the Wild to get anything out of this game, because, let's be honest, a 0-point weekend would not be what they want right now.
No.
And I think it'd be a little unfair with the performance they put in last night at Solway. But Gary, like you said, I think they've burnt themselves out.
Yeah, I think they have, if I'm honest. They certainly look like they've got bus legs.
Barlow. That's Spraggan. Turns it round. Dowd. Sent back in. Barlow again. Great pass over to Corson Herron. Thrown in, scooped up by Hagger. Hagger dropped for Barlow. Barlow to Jackson. Shot in from Barlow. Back out in front. Takes a shot.
Oh, what a shot.
And what a shot that wasn't.
Oh, hello.
A little bit of afters. Everyone's all good, but we see it again on the replay. Brown thought fast with this one. Corson Herron let one off the toe. And Brown just pulls it out the air.
Well, 9 minutes 10 remaining. And the Wild need to do something quick.
Coulter wins the draw. Shot in from Hyde. Comes through traffic. And again, just deflected in that black wall of the Billingham Stars defence, doing its job well. That's going to be offside call against the Wild.
Well, we'll go to the end of the ice.
They are their worst enemy at times, Gary. Silly penalties and things like that that just take any momentum off them. .57 remaining in the game. Face off right hand side of Finney. All the time in the world, Helens decides to throw it forward. Aided on by Wilkinson. Hyde off his skate. Leaves it for Coulter. Coulter picks it up. shot in from Hager, and that was beautiful play from the Wild. Where's that been all day?
We just remembered it.
Yeah. Grigors does enough to clear that zone once more, and Patrick Grigors has been another thorn in the Wild side. His skill today just shut down any real opportunities.
Well, it's experienced players that have been giving the youngsters the chance to shine.
Sent round once more. Britain's going to get there. Rides the body from Grigors. Puts it into a zone there, looking for Greaves.
We're looking for that near door.
Greaves tried to drop it for Britain. Moss has scooped it up in the meantime. Finds Galloway. Galloway, far side. Good poke check from Callum Ruddock. Comes back. Round the boards behind the net. Braden tried to get in on that one. Murray. Again, they're just throwing it out. The likes of Moss and Elder and the boys, well, they'll just sit there waiting for those pucks to come loosely cleared. And that's bread and butter to them.
It's weird because sometimes you see them doing the granddad's cap round the back, around the boards, and it's just like nobody seems to be in there. But a Billingham player will come whizzing in, just poke it out the way, and the next thing you know, they're fighting again.
Very much so. Face off taken by the Stars. Greenall throws it forward. Braden's going to chase that up. Preston into the corner. Wild managed to clear the zone. Hall looks up. Finds Dowd in the middle. Good little body on from Williamson. Allows him to get in there. Taken off the puck in a big way. Now Hopkins scooped up once more. Shoot on sight policy almost for the Wild. McLaughlin again, kept alive by Williamson. Hopkins scooped up. Jonathan Williamson. Another poke check on Preston from Barlow. Barlow chops and grabs that puck.
Brown got his head on a swivel here.
Yeah, Barlow tried to get it out in front. Now Barlow and Hopkins hold up by McLaughlin and Preston.
Blow that. No, he's let it go.
Yeah, Matt Barlow managed to dig it out for the Wild. Greenall, good pressure on. Tried to poke it in. And there's two Wild players wiped out as they clear the net. There's Hopkins and Corson Herron and Preston slow getting up. Everyone gets up safely, however. 6:33 remaining in the game. Damage limitation now for the Wild.
Yeah. Well, while we got this little break, give you a chance to remind everybody to watch the highlight show on Top the Puck on our YouTube channel, where you can catch highlights and results from around the league this weekend.
Face off back underway. Another shot comes in, this time from Jackson of the Wild. Puck has left the zone, however. Forces the Wild all the way back. That's Hager. Hager looks up ice. He's got Hyde in the middle. Dan Hyde drops it for Coulter. Coulter into the corner. Sends it round the back for Hyde. Well read by Dowell. Gets in the middle. Jackson. Jackson goes to go backhand. It's come all the way through.
No way.
He's cleared the netminder out at the same time. Jackson's slow getting up. Coulter, Coulter and Wilkinson were involved in something there. And Jackson's not in a good way. Tom Jackson, certainly been in the wars today. He went off earlier with an injury, holding his arm.
Well, is there somebody going in the penalty box here? Looks like it
Grigors.
is.
Patrick Grigors going this time.
It's his second visit to the box today.
The medics on ice for Jackson as he skates off. And that's going to be a cross-checking penalty. He's holding his back. Well, that's never a good sign.
So,
Grigors goes 2 for cross-checking, and he's in the Fresco environmental penalty bin.
that's so well said.
Hager wins the draw. Williamson keeps it alive. Cries from the Billingham fans that it crossed. Well, that one certainly did. Williamson gets back. Hyde. Gets over to Hagger. Hagger's got Coulter on that far side at speed. Coulter. Still Joe Coulter around the back of the net. Hagger at the point. Back to Coulter. Let it run.
Oh.
That's come out again. 1:30 on the power play gone. 5:30 left in the period.
And it's a bit of time wasting, really, this, isn't it? The opportunities they've got. Not letting Billingham send that puck up the ice.
Hagger. Still Hagger. Digs through most of the Billingham squad.
Did they not realise he had the puck?
Can he get over there? No. He's going to be forced to turn around again as another 30 seconds ticks off that penalty. A minute now remain. 5:02 remaining in the game. Hagger does well to take the power out of that clearance, but Elder's now got it, and just calm as you like. Michael Elder. Hughes tries to see the opportunity. Good little step up there by Galloway. 38 seconds remaining on power play. Wild 0-4 on the penalty on the power so far. Special teams. Greaves winds up, short, looking for the tip in, was Britton out in front. We'll see it again. It's, you know, when Joe Greaves gets the puck at the point, there's only one thing that's going to happen. The puck's coming in at pace. There it is. Tries to screen Brown. Good save.
So 28 seconds remaining on this power play for the Wild. And 4 minutes 31 remaining in the game.
Face off won by the Stars as he sweep that and clear the zone right down towards Finney. Sykes giving Hughes a foot race. 20 seconds left on the power play. And any opportunity the Wild have got to get them back in this is just running through their fingers.
Yeah.
Greaves gets that from Barlow. 3, 2, 1. Grigors is back out. Straight onto the play, onto the puck. Grigors and Sykes can't get around Barlow. It's a big wasted opportunity by the Wild. Sykes into the corner. Trying to find Wilkinson skating in. Instead finds Barlow. Barlow looks up ice. Slides it up to Greaves. Greaves and Grigors. There's a little bit of a hit there, and that's going to be a late hit on Grigors. Oh, Greaves cross-checking is what he's saying. So Greaves going to the box for cross-checking. Grigors smiling, he knows his job's done. And you can certainly tell now if this was the spark needed for anything to happen.
Well, Billingham bench will probably be just telling them to just ride out these final 3.5 minutes. Job's done, basically.
And now with the man advantage as well.
Yeah.
Salt in the wound. The stands on the far side of the Wild here looking very
Quiet.
and empty as well, Gary. I think a few of the fans have chosen to go home early. Coulter. Well,
and it's a penalty.
Yeah, they're calling an interference call on Spraggan. So that's pleased the fans. Ruddock's going over to have a word with him, but yeah, Spraggan's going for interference.
He's grinning as well.
So that's going to open the ice up a little bit. 4-on-4.
Woo!
3 minutes 22 remain in the game. 1:48 on the penalty serve to Greaves. Hagger in for the draw. Wins it. Tries to get a shot. Or the puck underway for a shot. Good play between Helens and Moss, wouldn't let him. It's come all the way round. Coulter to Hagger. Hagger in the office, gets it back to Coulter. You see Williamson sat in the middle there. Great work by Helens. Disrupts that, and now Helens all the way through. Helens 2-on-1. Backdoor Moss. What a save, Finney. It's the thing about 4-on-4 hockey, Gary, the amount of space it creates.
Oh!
Grigors goes sliding, takes out Coulter. That's going to be a trip. Say he touched the puck, but there's the trip signal. And Grigors not happy with that. Well, 4-on-3.
Yeah, still saying touch the puck. Well, we've never had a 4-on-3. What are we calling this one?
Yeah. How about just 4-on-3, eh, Gary?
That's a good idea.
Timeout called. 2 minutes 37 remains in the game. 109 on the penalty to Greaves. 115 on the penalty to Spraggan.
Well,
and the chalkboard, or the whiteboard, I should say, the whiteboard and pen. Show me age there.
Chalkboard.
It's got the chalkboard out, Gary. All them X's and O's.
Oh, yeah. Different game, Ben. Different game.
Not playing tic-tac-toe, no. Okay. You see Hagger there reading the riot act. It's got to be a case of, let's just get out with this with what we can, boys. Face-off will be in the Billingham Stars defensive zone to the right-hand side of Tom Brown's net.
So Billingham will just want to send this up far end of the ice and get one of their players back on.
Barlow, straight away under pressure from Moss. They've got it to Hagger. Coulter with the shot, right into the glove of Brown. Ooh. Oh, sorry, Hughes with the shot. And you can see what the intention is here. Try and get the open man to get the shot off. 2:28 left in the game. 54 seconds on the Greaves penalty. 106 on the Spraggan penalty. 151 on the Grigor penalty. Hyde with the puck. Gets it to Hagger. Big shot in from Hughes.
Oh.
It's off the bar up. It's come down. Recovered by Barlow. Helens is in there. Behind the net. Hyde. Time ticking away. 35 seconds on the first penalty expiring. Barlow looks to take a shot low and slow. Puts it back in. Hyde couldn't quite get there. 26 seconds now. 1:59 as we're inside the final 2 minutes. Stars doing well just to try and hold off the Wild here. Barlow back with the puck. And it's 10 seconds now until Greaves is back on. 20 seconds till Spraggan.
So for 10 seconds, the Wild will have a 5-on-3.
Literally 2-1. Trapdoor opens, 5-on-3, and the count starts 10. 9 till Spraggan's out. 1:30 left in the game. 6, 5, 4. Time ticking away. 3, 2, 1. Finney to the bench. Extra attacker on. Open net. Spraggan returns. It's now a 6-on-3. 6-on-4, sorry. Players everywhere. 6-on-4. Barlow with the puck. 1 minute 7, 29 seconds left on the Grigor penalty. Barlow's managed to do well to retain that, but the problem is 4 attackers have now got to tag up inside the final minute. 20 seconds left on the penalty. Gets it to Greaves. Greaves lets it run for Hughes. Hughes over to Carson. Finds back door. Barlow. Great shot, but what a save, Brown. 45 seconds left. 8 seconds left on the Grigor's penalty. He's in no rush to get out here. 3, 2, 1. Trapdoor opens. There's the power play null. Finney looked like he was about to skate back. Greaves puts the puck in. Couldn't keep the puck on, and they've all got to tag up as the Stars are going to push. Open net, shot on, taking the deflection, it's in! And that's a Michael Elder goal. Chris Sykes goal from inside his own area. Well, that's the nail in the coffin, the salt in the wound, and the lemon bite to your tequila slammer. It's going to leave a nasty taste in your mouth, that.
Well, with 20 seconds remaining in this game, it's now Widnes Wild 1, Billingham Stars 5.
As the Stars are just going to go through the formalities and run the clock out here. Put it on net again. Finney forced to turn it around. Kemp, as Braden just putting the pressure on. Greenall picks it up, and that's an offside. Still put the puck towards net.
We'll give them the due. They're not giving up, are they?
5 seconds left. I tell you what, that's going to be a tough locker room to walk back into.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what's said afterwards.
Face off, picked up and immediately Braden throws it forward. Braden and Galloway, 2 seconds left. There's the game. Well, what can you say? The Wild just didn't seem in it from the off tonight. Just when they were misfiring almost.
And some happy Billingham fans made the trip down, and it's been a fruitful weekend for Billingham.
First picking up points against the Hawks, and now the Wild separating themselves out of that mid-pack.
And Brown doing a great job between the pipes.
Yeah, Finney unfortunately left high and dry a few times by his defence.
Well,
we're going to finish up here now. Head down to the locker room, grab some of the guys for interviews.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Joining me now is the head coach of the Billingham Stars, Stephen Foster. What a game that was. Comfortable it looked. An easy win for the Stars in the end.
I mean, from our point of view, we didn't think it was an easy win. I thought we played well in parts out there. Third period, we were under the cosh quite a bit, and we managed to weather the storm and come out with, obviously, looking a healthy victory.
But, I mean, we were talking briefly before the interview then. The Stars, even though they're still in development, and that's scary to say, seem to have got the perfect formula already for that balance of experienced players and young players that are hungry and want to get in on the action as well. I've got to ask, what is the secret?
Well, I think that the boys are working hard in training. They all believe in each other in a tight-knit group. And I think that starts the ball rolling, makes a lot of things so much easier. They're all in it together. They want to do the best for each other. They back each other up out there, and and credit to them for that.
And obviously, right now, the Stars sitting in third in the table are the only team possibly chasing down that lead pack of obviously Whitley Warriors and Solway Sharks. Looking to the future now, what needs to be done from the Stars' perspective?
From ourselves, it's just keep working on what we need to work on. We don't want to worry about what everybody else is doing. We've just got to keep consistent in what we're doing. We might have an odd game where we don't play as well. We had that a few weeks ago in Solihull, but the boys have bounced back great since then. Three wins on the belt, and we just want to keep that going.
And very quickly, just to mention, obviously Brown stood on his head tonight when he was called into action. Tom, absolute stalwart as always. But you've got the young guys like Braden and Spraggan in there who are chomping on the bit, really turning the screws on.
Yeah, I mean, with the younger ones, like you say, Spraggan and Braden, they're obviously on a two-way with Leeds, and they're skating with them now and again as well. That's paying off, and they've already had a year in this league, and they're only 16, 17-year-old, which that experience already is fantastic, and it also pays off. With regards to goalies, Tom played great for us tonight, but also we had Jacob who played last night for us. He played against Blackburn and he stood on his head last night, so great goaltending gives confidence all through the team, and they can just go and do what they do, and obviously that's what they did tonight, and may that continue long, and we know we've got to keep improving. We can't stand still. This league doesn't stand still, and yes, we want to be up there with the big boys. We've still got some way to go. We just want to keep pushing, but we're going into every game now feeling we can get something out of every single game, and that from us, where last year certain people going, we wouldn't win a game last year, and we did what we did last year. We were over the moon with that, and the boys are pushing on, so we're happy. Rob and myself, we're happy, and we just want to keep working and get the boys as good as we can, as high up that table as we can.
Excellent. Well, we wish you nothing but the best of luck for the rest of the season, Steve. We'll catch you again soon.
Right, thank you.
Joining me now is assistant captain of the Widnes Wild, Bez Hughes. Bez, a tough defeat, and I think it's fair to say maybe the results don't represent the effort the lads have put in.
Yeah, it was a tough one, that. I think, to be quite honest with you, the first 2 periods we didn't play anywhere near as well as we could have done. We got into difficulty, we got turning over pucks on both blue lines, we just weren't strong enough on sticks, couldn't keep pucks in. We've taken shots, but they're all from the outside the house. And then 3rd period we turned up, and coming from an actually really, really good performance by the lads last night, and coming into that, I don't know. It's a tough one to take for everyone, I think, today.
Yeah, you can see it in yourself, which is great. Shows heart and passion for the club, and like the fans, you're feeling the highs and the lows. Knowing now that's out the way and done, attention's obviously got to turn to moving forward, moving onwards and upwards. What is next for the Wild? Yeah,
so Thursday night, obviously, we need to come in, put everything into it, and just work on everything, really. Just getting pucks out of zones, passing through the centre, through the neutral zone. Probably some cycles down the end. We need to just get more men in front of nets. We can't be letting keepers see the shots from outside. We need to be working on getting traffic in front and shots from good areas and not from outsides. And like you're saying there, the highs and lows with the fans, all I can do is apologise about tonight. It wasn't the best performance by all of us, and all I can do is apologise for everyone.
Well, I'm sure the true fans understand, and they know what the Widnes Wild can do when they're going to bounce back. Bez, we wish you and the Wild the best of luck for the future, and for the rest of the guys, we'll see you again soon.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Take care.